Good, oh, it's not morning, good afternoon. Isn't time so relative now? Time is relative, life is relative, life is what we make it. I wanted to talk about the Aquarius new moon. It's such an exciting time. Now, maybe you guys know this already, but the Lunar New Year is always whenever the Aquarius new moon is. And why this, sorry, my hair is a little distracting right now. Let me start over. How are y'all doing? We're talking about the Aquarius new moon, and this Aquarius new moon is very powerful because there are 7, so I won't call them planets. There are 7 astral bodies in Aquarius. You know, we can't be, everybody's arguing with me about this one. So let's say 7 astral bodies in Aquarius for this new moon. The last time that we had this much Aquarian energy was 1962. 1962, the president was Kennedy, and we were in a revolution, and we were in civil rights, we were in people protesting all types of different wars. We were talking about social justice. We were talking about the inequity of earning potential. There was a lot of things getting shaken up. And whenever we have a lot of Aquarian energy, things get shaken up. They get shaken, not stirred. And so, where do I start? How are you all doing today? Let's talk about Aquarius energy. So, let me put my tea down and get in the vibe here with y'all. Where is 23 degrees of Aquarius for you? Things are going to get shaken up there. Now, it's not only there. If you have any of the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, hello, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, y'all are going to be feeling it the most, okay? So if you have Taurus, this new moon's going to be squaring your Taurus energy, okay? We also have planets in Taurus that are getting squared right now. One of them is Uranus. Uranus is the power player in the sky. What a powerful time. That's so exciting. So this Uranus is the sudden shifts and awakenings, aha moments. It is the higher octave of Mercury, who is retrograde right now in Aquarius and for this new moon. Mercury is the lower octave, Uranus is the higher octave, bringing in sudden shifts, awakenings, aha moments, powerful downloads from beyond, inventiveness energy. Inventive energy that is forward thinking, that is not back there, it is moving forward. Now, we just got done with a 2-year process, and there's still some energy. There's there's Pluto over there still in Capricorn, kind of still digging in and unearthing uncomfortable material that is there. But we just got done with a 2-year period of all of this Capricorn energy, which is our, like, it's not necessarily our past, but it's like, it's not forward thinking. It's like making the donuts. That makes sense. It's like the drudgery work. It's making the system work. It's the, like, keeping the wheels turning work, okay? And now, as we move into Aquarius, we drop all that. It's all like, meh, we're not doing that anymore. Fuck that. Can I say that on here? We'll find out. So this Aquarian energy, you want to look at where it's happening in your chart, but like I was starting to say, and then I got distracted with Uranus. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. And so these 7 astral bodies in Aquarius are ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is just going to shake it up. Again, shaken, not stirred. It's not a gentle change. It's not a gentle shift. And so likely for you, you're getting this experience very internally, very viscerally, because Mercury has been retrograding in Aquarius. And so, you know, you're having this experience wherever your Aquarius house is getting tons of work done. It's like a total remodel, and we don't just start at the top, it's at the foundation. It's like getting in there and like uprooting and tossing out and like reprocessing, re-seeing things different ways. And so this is all happening with this Mercury retrograde, with Jupiter in Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, and then we're getting this powerful new moon and Venus in Aquarius and Pallas Athena in Aquarius. And I want to talk about Pallas Athena for just a minute before I talk about anything else. Pallas Athena is, if you are new to my work or you haven't like heard me talk about the feminine archetypes of astrology, you can actually go onto my webpage and read more about each of the feminine archetypes. And coming this spring, I'm going to be hosting a 13-week journey through all of the feminine archetypes to get into more of your feminine power. So it's for feminine people, femininity. And so Pallas Athena is the wisdom keeper. It's the part of us that can see through the BS and see the bigger picture that's playing out. She's very strategic. She's very future oriented. She can see the results before it's there. She's not just getting stuck in the collective consciousness. She's not just getting stuck in the spin out, okay? She's seeing forward. She's a seer. She sees patterns and recognizes where things need to be put in and where things need to be taken out in order to get the results that we want, okay? So she is one of the closest astral bodies to this new moon, which means the potential is there to really set yourself up with a plan and seeing your future and how you play into the collective to help the collective, as opposed to getting pulled back into the collective and kind of getting spun out and stuck there. Shifting, seeing yourself being a victim of the consciousness versus helping and being a helper of the consciousness, a leader, a forward mover, a thought inventor, to shift and move the collective forward, okay? So that's why it's important to know where your Aquarius house is, because this is all happening there. Now, because it's a new moon, and new moons in general are a time of seed sowing, of setting intention. If you have, once again, I will shout out my planetary planner. We talk about each new moon. There's prompts to, I'll turn it to the new moon page. So prompts to like journal and plan and get into your intentionality for yourself. And one of the things that keeps coming up with this Aquarian energy and with clients that I'm working with is how to start treating yourself like you are the most worthy student of life. Instead of really, being harsh on yourself, bringing up issues of your past or decisions that you've made, starting to shift and becoming nicer to ourselves and understanding that it's all a learning process. And this is how Aquarian energy ties into the kind of Sag energy, because it sextiles it. And we have that South Node, our past, in Sag alongside Juno. And so we can kind of cultivate and bring in this awareness of ourselves as the eternal student that is so worthy of learning new things, that is so worthy of investing in, that is so worthy of bringing ourselves to new places, because that serves the collective. And as soon as your worthiness for yourself reaches a certain level, you start to recognize how we are all connected. You start to recognize how we are all in this collective consciousness, and we don't do anyone any favors by getting stuck in our unworthiness, by getting stuck in our questioning of ourselves, or am I good enough, or do I need to get this other degree, or do I need to do this thing. One thing that Aquarian energy brings in, and a lot of clients that I've worked with that are Aquarius or have Aquarius energy, is that they typically haven't gotten a college degree, or if they have, they are bringing in information to it that is new and inventive. It's not following the books. It's not doing the things that the way that they were scripted to go. And I actually said this exact thing to a client yesterday was, you cannot be trained within the broken system and think that you're going to fix it. If you do, because there are many people that have a degree, there are many people that get training, and they do affect change, but the way that they do it is not the way that they were scripted to do it. They have to be relying on their own intuition. They have to be relying on that Pallas Athena, seeing ahead and seeing kind of what is really being called forth. If you're trained within a broken system, and I use the example of our medical system, and please, I'm sorry, like if this offends anyone, but there is this thing where the best doctors, the best nurses are the ones that are tuning into their intuition. They're not just using their logic. And I have been in those situations, unfortunately, where I've watched things going down and I can see that the doctor or the nurse is not even present in the room. Their intuition is not on board. They've been so programmed and conditioned to leave spirit behind that they're no longer, quote unquote, with us. They're just like robotic thing doing the thing. And there are other amazing doctors and nurses that are so with it and so present. And that is really the difference. And in order to be present and in order to be embodied here, we have to have that worthiness level upgraded, right? And so this is this opportunity with this new moon to change the way that you talk to yourself, to change the way that you see yourself, and to really activate and awaken your divine potential and think of it as a gift to the collective instead of thinking of, I don't know if I'm good enough, or I don't know if this is for me. Really shifting that narrative. And this is partially because also Mars, Black Moon Lilith, and Uranus are getting squared with this, this new moon. And so Aquarius is future thinking about ahead of time, inventiveness, and Taurus is the embodiment. Taurus is the sensuality, the feeling in your body, the being here, being present. And that's all kind of has this capability to be integrated at this new moon, which is why I'm hosting an amazing workshop on creating this reality. So if you're interested in that, go to the link in my profile to read more about that. Yes, so, there's beautiful things about Capricorn as well. I don't mean to downplay Capricorn energy because they are hard workers and we need that hardworking energy to move things forward, right? We need all of it. But right now we're getting a huge dose of this Aquarian energy, and our planet right now is getting a huge dose of these gamma light waves that are affecting change at such a high energetic level, which is part of why so many people are fatigued, needing to rest more, needing to sleep more, needing more energy work to help integrate this into the body. And so just know that big shifts are happening, big shifts are coming. Big shifts are coming, and we need to be in our full receptivity to receive that, right? But we don't get there unless we feel worthy of it, unless we really are like open to being the student and seeing what it feels like to be in this new energy, being curious about what it would be like to step into our full potential. So definitely reach out if you're interested in working with me. I am shifting things. Talk about the remodeling and reshifting of everything. My whole business model is shifting and coming this spring, but in March that will start. So if you're interested in working with me in February, there's still that potential to just do a one-time chart reading with me or one-time intuitive healing session with me. But coming this March, I will just be doing only longer term packages. So that is coming, and I'm excited about that, and also a little bit scared because it's a huge up level. I'm going to be charging more, and I'm going to be holding that container for group and individual work, and that means that I have to say goodbye to just doing one-on-one, one-time things. I would not go to NASA for information on that. So the question is about the gamma light waves, and is this something we can learn from NASA? This is something you have to go deep within yourself to feel, and feel if it resonates with you. Like, just because I'm one person saying that, you want to feel in your body if you feel like that's happening. Be outside, be out in nature. Depending on where you live, this is also the sunlight really is a way to feel into this and integrate this. So this is something that's just naturally happening, and you can either decide to feel into that, and if it resonates with you, or if you feel like that doesn't fit, then it's not for you, right? So it's like, you're not going to learn that information from NASA. Nope, not going to happen. What did I say? The broken system. You can't learn in the broken system. You have to feel into, this is like a time like no other, where we have to go deep within ourselves and trust ourselves, and being that eternal student where we're like, oh, I was wrong about that. I'm going to shift this way. This is this whole time period of the South Node in Sagittarius too. There is no more guru. There is no more big daddy government. Like, that's over. That's ending. Everything's shifting. And one of the parts of this is we have to value ourselves more. We have to value our own perspective more. And yes, we need teachers. Yes, we need mentors. Yes, we need people to help bring out the parts of ourselves that are already within. But there is this divine intelligence that is getting awakened within us all. And there are parts of our DNA that we have been asleep that are coming online with these gamma light waves. So this is just something to feel in yourself, and to just give yourself permission if you need to rest more, or if you need to stretch more, or if you need to drink more water, like just really being in that permission level. Yeah, science, you know. Okay, so this is a time to really be building your confidence, getting in your clarity, and doing the clearing work you need to in order to receive more, and to be in a place of permission to learn, to grow, to shift the way you're seeing things. And I am all about it, and I'm here for you. So if you want to join me, Friday, February 12th from 5 to 8 p.m., I'm doing a live workshop where we're diving in. I'll be doing an intensive clearing of that conscious, foggy energy. And we'll be activating new layers of your creation and your creative abilities. And when I say that, everybody's looks different, right? Like, some people are literally making art. Other people are using this in the way that they teach in their classroom. They're using this in the way that they, are selling. Like, I have a friend that sells insurance that still can use this. Like, it's a way to get in your creativity around whatever your zone of genius is, right? And so if you're wanting to shift careers, if you're wanting to shift focus in your career, this is the place to be. If you're wanting just to have more creative flow in your life, this is the place to be. It is mostly for feminines. We're going to talk a lot about the feminine cycles of creation and getting in your creative flow, and how to capitalize on getting your creative juices flowing, which is that embodiment piece, which is that sensual piece, tuning into the divine intelligence of your body and the cycles of your body. But it's open for any gender can come. It's just going to be for the feminine. And if you want to build that femininity for creativity and creation, like, there are definitely so many artists out there that are, masculine or are men, but they draw on those cycles of the feminine to create. And that is where a lot of the best creators get their juice from. So if you're interested in that, please reach out. Any questions you have. And then, hi Pixie. And then that's happening Friday. And if you have any questions, you can send them to me. But if you want to just read about it, just click the link in my profile and it has all the information. We're also going to be doing some Feng Shui vision boarding. And if you want to check out my last video on how to prep for that, it's super fun and it's a great way Typically in January, we're all still kind of coming out of the holiday fog, and this time at the lunar new moon is such a rich, potent, fertile time to get in that creation energy. And one thing I was saying before I wrap up is that so many people are spun out that for those of us who do have clarity and do know what we want, the universe is like, yes, like here, I'm gonna like hook you up because you're going for it. And all this Aquarian future forward energy, it's desiring you to be ready for it so that it can take off with you, right? This is not about ego. This is about being in connection with your divine potential. And so if you're ready to just get into that flow more and not get stuck in consuming and just like, I've been on my phone for 2 hours. Like if you want to get out of that, come to the workshop. We're going to be working at the subconscious level. We're going to be working at the identity, your core identity, who you are. We're going to be working with all the blocks to creativity and how to get in your flow, because there has never been a more important time for us to have thought leaders, for us to be in this inventive energy. So I hope to see you there. If you are just here for the new moon energy, go back and watch the video. You want to look to where 23 degrees of Aquarius is in your chart, and literally your whole Aquarius house, because we have 7 astral bodies there, and just lighten it up. It's like bling, bling, bling. So I hope you all have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.